Today's horoscope from AstroCademy, Sagittarius, October 7, 2024. You can find it natural to hook into and follow a passion or special interest today. However, there can be some tension, especially as the day advances. Watch for overstating or rushing conversations and conclusions with a Mercury-Mars aspect influencing the day. Watch also for impatience, as the pace can be intense, but tripping up is more likely if you rush through things. It may very well be that you're putting too much pressure on yourself to make a decision. New ideas are exciting, but there can also be associated worries. Mars transiting your sign makes this particular aspect more personal for you. Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself, but do it without defensiveness, if possible, for the best results. The temptation to push a matter or to jump into action before getting all the facts is strong, but is probably unwise. A very karmic and transformative cycle is upon you. Yesterday, mighty Mars, the red planet of sex, desire, and drive, began his pre-shadow phase in your solar house of privacy, secrets, and the unconscious. Be very careful in the weeks to come not to stumble and fall into patterns that are danger. Deceptive, or nefarious, especially around affairs or hookups. These could end up blowing up in your face later in the year, creating a war that you cannot escape. The best thing to do is to calm yourself down and in your highest good now and activate your spirituality. What will make you tick? Outwardly, you may appear fine. Inwardly, you could begin to struggle with the frustrations of your work life when the pre-shadow period for Mars retrograde begins. The following weeks could be a lot to mentally and emotionally handle. You may struggle to put on a smile when everything is going up in flames at work. Instead of trying to hide how you feel, you should embrace it. However, embrace your feelings in a way that will help you handle your work stressors, not cause you to feel extra stressed. Give yourself the room you need to have a good, healthy week. This involves planning ahead. Have an idea of what sort of workout you are going to enjoy each day. Plan at least 3 meals that you prepare at home, with leftovers for lunch the next day, and give yourself a general hour by which to be ready for bed. This kind of planning will stand you in good stead as you try to settle our body's energy during hectic times. Very favorable vibrations today. They are ones of acceleration and positive change in your way of confronting certain situations. You may throw anything aside that gets in your way. Don't hide out, but push ahead and change your habits, notably in your private life. Don't hang on to routine, but get free of what you already know so that you can discover new horizons, alone or with your partner. As Pluto enters its final 7 days of retrograde motion in your work sector, the planet of change and transformation is almost stationary as it prepares for a direct shift that will signal progress. Instead of becoming impatient during this pause, it's important to appreciate the moment. After Pluto turns direct next week, it will not revert to retrograde motion here again in our lifetime. While keeping opportunities open for revisiting past efforts and exploring untapped potential, this period also offers a valuable chance to reflect and learn from previous experiences. The moon may have left your communication sector after the eclipsing new moon 2 days ago, but this is set to have an ongoing effect. Even if Mercury, the planet of communication, wasn't in your communication sector and able to take advantage of this, as well as a chance to push through communication barriers, this has made it easier to keep the communication lines open moving forward. Our eyes in the sky. Have you ever found yourself stuck in a loop of overthinking, going over every detail, analyzing every possible angle, only to have the solution suddenly appear when you least expect it? That's the energy surrounding today, a moment where clarity may arrive when you finally let go of the need to find it. Often, the best ideas or the answers we've been seeking come to us when we stop trying to force them. It's like those times when you're trying to recall something and, as soon as you stop straining, the answer effortlessly comes to mind. Think back to a time in your life when everything just clicked, when, after what felt like endless deliberation, the path forward became crystal clear. How did that moment of clarity feel for you? Was it a wave of relief, a burst of excitement, or perhaps even a sense of surprise? These moments can feel magical, like the universe has finally revealed its plan. If you've had an experience like this, share your story. There may be someone out there right now who feels stuck and needs the reassurance that clarity will come in its own time. Your journey might offer them the hope or inspiration they need to keep moving forward. Let's talk about the challenges that might come your way today. You could encounter a few twists and turns that require flexibility and patience. But rather than seeing these as roadblocks, try to view them as part of the natural flow of life. Every challenge is an opportunity for growth, and each detour is a chance to discover something new. Have you ever embarked on a journey with a plan in mind, only to find that you needed to change course midway through? And maybe that change, though unexpected, ended up being the best thing that could have happened? Success is rarely a straight line. Life often takes us on a winding path filled with unexpected turns, but those turns can be rich with valuable lessons. If you've ever experienced a setback that turned out to be a blessing in disguise, share your experience with us. Your story might be the encouragement someone else needs to help them see that even when things don't go as planned, it doesn't mean they're not on the right track. Sometimes the path that feels the most uncertain leads to the most rewarding destination. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get so caught up in the rush of getting things done that we forget to enjoy the process. Have you ever been so focused on ticking off items on your to-do list that you lost sight of the bigger picture, the joy, the moments of connection, or the sense of accomplishment along the way? Today's energy is a reminder to slow down and savor each step of the journey. Life isn't just about reaching your goals, it's about finding meaning, joy, and satisfaction in the process of getting there. Take a deep breath, give yourself permission to slow down, and remember that the journey is just as important as the destination. It's okay to take your time. By allowing yourself to move through life more mindfully, you'll not only accomplish more, but you'll also experience more joy along the way. And then there are those days when, on the surface, everything seems fine, but underneath, something just feels a little off. Have you ever felt like that? You're not alone. We all experience these moments when our emotions don't quite align with the world around us. Today's planetary energy might be stirring up exactly that kind of feeling, a sense of emotional disconnection or confusion. It can be unsettling when you can't quite put your finger on why you feel the way you do, but here's the good news: it's okay to feel like this. You don't need to fix it or overanalyze every emotion. Sometimes, the best way to navigate these emotional ups and downs is to simply acknowledge what you're feeling without judgment. Allow yourself to experience those emotions without the pressure to change them. Have you ever noticed that when you stop resisting a bad mood and just let yourself feel, it tends to pass more quickly? Tension, frustration, or confusion can be fleeting if you don't fight against them. Be gentle with yourself today. These emotions are temporary, and on the other side of them, there's brighter, more uplifting energy waiting to fill your spirit.